was magic. You turned the crank, the pictures flipped, and you could see the first motion pictures in the world of boxing, made in 1897, when Gentleman Jim Corbett held the title as the first heavyweight champion under the Marquis of Queensberry rule. And here we see Corbett in action in an exhibition bout against an obscure opponent named Peter Courtenay. This unique film, 63 years later, gives us an exclusive report on the boxing style of the day and proves that the bikini is nothing new. Boxing grew in popularity through 5 more title holders. And 1915 saw Jess Willard take the crown from Jack Johnson. Willard was a big, good-natured champion. And here he is in 1919, training for his coming title match with a young man who would be responsible for a milestone of the century in sports. 5 inches shorter and 60 pounds lighter than Willard, Jack Dempsey had an impressive series of knockouts behind him as he trained fiercely for his shot at the title. He slashed his way through a string of sparring partners as he perfected the bob and weave style that was to bring him the victory and the crown. Fighting as the underdog, Dempsey won not only the title, but the heart of America. He wore the crown with dignity, and his record of 104 knockouts in 148 fights made him a hero in the Roaring '20s. He became a public idol, a gentleman and a true champion. But he never forgot he was a fighter. In 1921, Dempsey signed to fight Georges Carpentier, the idol of Paris and the French boxing ring. Carpentier, as he was called in America, was a scientific fighter, a boxer, whose style had made him as popular in France as Dempsey was here. It was the match of the century, and public interest was at an all-time high. Dempsey was a tiger in the ring, and Carpentier was a social lion. And together they created the greatest publicity campaign in the history of boxing. Men and women alike were excited by the approaching match. And on July the 2nd, 1921, Jersey City saw the greatest crowd ever assembled for a fight. In the days when 25 cents bought a complete dinner, 80,000 fans paid from $5.50 to $40 for seats and filled Boyle's 30 acres to overflowing. The Dempsey-Carpentier match lasted only 4 rounds, but it established the first $1 million gate in boxing. Truly a milestone of the century.